Welcome to Kinese 777, Issues in Kinesiology. My name is Jeff Ianton and I am going to be a professor for this semester. A little bit about me. I work at Long Beach Poly during the day. It's a high school. I coached volleyball here for 13 years. CIF champions in 2000, returned in 2001, state coach of the year in 2000. I also coach my son's baseball team and my daughter's volleyball team. I teach 3 classes at Cal State Fullerton, which are history of sport and statistics and kinesiology. I also teach statistics at San Diego Christian. So I'm a busy man, just as any of you are. Understanding that there's some expectations for this class that are real important. This is a 6-week course. It moves very fast and everything overlaps. So it's important that you stay on top of things. This is not a weekend job. You can't work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and expect to get everything done properly. You need to start today, get your stuff, start reading. I know that you're either on break or right at the end of your semester. The sooner you have it, the sooner you can do it. One of the books is a little long, the other one's really short. It's a cup of coffee on a Saturday morning, sit out on the patio, just read it, get it done. The paper is very easy to do, but you can't do it without the books. Everything overlaps week to week. So you do one thing one week, there may be responses that you have to do in the next week. A big project is due once you have one big project, but then every other week that you're going to be facilitating a debate or you're going to be inside the debate, and it's a weekly thing that goes on and on. Here is the course syllabus. I'm going to run through it. Here's my name, but you can call me Jeff. 685-1901-562. I live in Lakewood, California. Here is my email address. Now, it's a 6-week course, and here are the outcomes. I'm expecting you to read them and understand them because they are a part of your comps, learning outcomes. And then here is a tentative class schedule with the due dates on them. 5/19, you can see them all here. There's other stuff that we'll go over later in different weeks. Here are the books that you need, okay? It's real important that you get the books and read them and understand them because they're all a part of what you're going to be doing. Here's the grading, signature assignments, changing the educational paradigms, self-leadership book and review. This is the one you need to check out first because this is what you're going to be doing, making sure that you have read these and understand them. Right here is the format. And then there's some other stuff. Then you have your Strength Finders evaluation, which is at the paper that's due at the end. It's a pretty long paper, but most of it is from the book and understanding the book. Okay. Here is the Strength Finders planning table that you'll need for the paper. Then the big project during the middle weeks is your issue debate paper, which is truly a presentation. I will go over this in detail. You're going to need to pick a topic in a forum and debate with me on whether that topic's going to work or not. And this will be all taken care of in another video. The grading rubrics are here. Expectations of students. And then the other one is that you have to make sure that your assignments are in on time or they will be docked. Okay? They will be docked. Late submission will result in a 25% grade reduction. It's very important that you're on time with everything and communicating with me over the semester if you have any problems. I have a rule. You can call me almost any time. If I'm eating dinner or if I'm asleep, you're not going to get an answer. Okay? But if I'm available, I will answer the phone, and I try to answer my phone calls and or text messages as soon as possible. The best thing to do is to text me first, then turn around and I may ask you to call me. If I say to please call me, or if you get an email that says please call me, that means I need you to call me as soon as possible. I need to discuss it. I can't do it in an email and I can't do it on the phone. So please work with me on that, and we'll work together in this quarter And you'll this session, I have to learn session. Each one is different for me. This session, and it will be a very smooth 6 weeks. This is the summer checklist that I built. Let me get to the right one. This is the summer checklist that I built. You'll see a checkbox here. You can check them off as you're done. Each of them have, here's the dates of the week that it's on. Here's your checkbox. Here's the assignment title, whether it's a forum or a paper. And papers and forums are different. Okay? Forum means in this class, it means that you're going to have to either ask questions or fill out kind of almost like you're doing another paper. Pretty short. Everything's about a paragraph for each of any of the questions that you have. Post it, and then the forum happens after that. Start date is the start date, the day it's available on Moodle. The due date, which is, of course, this one's wrong at 13, but it's all 14, is the due date is due. The last date is due. The end date is the end date for everything. I'm grading it the next day. I'm going to start grading it the next day so you can get your grades quickly. Each week is there. So if you have a self-leadership book review, which is the 1-minute manager book, due. You also, on the same day it's due, have the leadership forum initial post, which has its own set of questions that are pretty short, okay? And then you'll go down here and you have the self-leadership responses, which open the same day because people will start posting or earlier. And they are due May 21st. And it will end on the 23rd, and I'll start grading on the 24th. I like to stay on top of my grading. The issue debate PowerPoint, which will be in a different discussion, will be you have to put it in two places. You have to put it one in the general area for me to grade, and then you'll be putting it also in the PowerPoint and the questions that you're going to ask the group, the other classmates in the forum, and then the responses last all the way till the next Wednesday, and the end date is Friday. So the due date for your minimum requirement is there, but on the issue responses, they will continue all the way until Friday. So it won't get graded until then, until after the 30th. And each of these weeks will be gone over. In each week, there will be an area that says week 1 quiz. This is a 2-part assignment. Now when I say quiz, it's a quiz. You may take this quiz as many times until you get a perfect score. So it is a quiz that you must take, and let's say it's worth 10 points. You take it 10 times. It doesn't matter how many times you take it until you have the correct answers. You get those 10 points. If you decide not to do the quiz at all, you lose those 10 points, and that's the only way it counts against you. So understand that you may take this test repeated times over and over and over again. That way it will be available to you all semester. You can go back and look at things and understand things, and that it's very simple how this works. You just click through the process. Here is the checklist again. It's going to give you different pages to work through, and there'll be quizzes in there and information about the week and everything that you're going to need. And then when you get to the last one, some will have it as you go along. But I wanted to show you this. This is a self-leadership book review and forum. I've put pictures of where you're supposed to post this in there so you can go back and forth and make sure that you're posting it in the right place. It has basically the directions in here and any notes or discussion that we can work with throughout this project. So this is another very important portion. Each of the quizzes will probably be worth 10 points, but the only way you don't get the 10 points is if you don't take the quiz or you just decide not to do it. So it's 10 points, but those 10 points are added on regardless. And it's just real important that way you understand the material.